Ever since the day that you went away, you went away.
Hi guys, my name is Andra and I make mostly commentary videos, but I feel like this channel is gonna turn into a mix of commentary, life advice, and whatever else I feel like it. Because I think when you're new to YouTube, it's very important to explore your possibilities and then you can find your niche eventually. So, today's video, I thought it might be useful to talk about the second part of my initial quarantine video, which was introspection. I'm gonna be linking it in the description down below as well as somewhere up here. So please, if you haven't watched that, watch it because that is part 1, this is part 2. I was talking about how introspection is very important during times like this of uncertainty, and I also said being kind to one another is important and having a routine is important. The kindness video is gonna come up next. This video is gonna be about routine. So more specifically why I think that it's very important to keep a routine during quarantine and how to do it. I think times like this, you don't really feel the time passing. I barely know what day of the week it is without looking at my phone, which is insane. I used to work as an interpreter for a long time, but because of the bus transport being reduced in Manchester and I don't drive, it's very hard for me to get on location, so I kind of took a backseat from what I was doing and I'm focusing more on this, on YouTube, which is amazing because I really love doing it. But obviously I'm gonna get back to interpreting as soon as I possibly can. But in the meantime, I want to maintain kind of a healthy routine because my mental health has been a bit during quarantine and I think everybody can relate to that. I have been staying up quite late and waking up quite late as well, so I try to adjust this as much as I can and I'm like in the process of trying that right now, so I thought we can kind of get into a routine together. So I have a few tips here. So I have 5 tips here. The first tip is dressing up because I feel like the temptation to be in your pajamas in bed all day is big for everyone right now. I feel like for me, if I'm not dressed up and I'm just in pajamas, I feel the motivation to only stay in bed, watch TV shows and play League of Legends. And that is a real problem because I have some videos in the process of editing, but I haven't finished them because of that. So I decided today's gonna be the day. I'm gonna sit at my desk and edit. Not gonna be in bed anymore because my back is like paralyzed from the quarantine, to be honest. And I just think dressing up and doing your makeup and stuff makes your confidence go up for most people. I'm not saying that's for everyone, but you know, if you feel like you can relate to that, then please do it. Take a shower, dress up, do all these things. You will feel fresher, more motivated and have more energy. So being energized is amazing in times like this because of, as I said, your mental health. Being alone or socializing only to the people that you live with is hard. So I do feel like making your mind think that you are at work is the first step to be productive. The second step is create a schedule and a to-do list. For me, I find that weekly to-do lists work better than daily ones because daily ones make me feel like I'm a failure if I don't complete them, whereas weekly ones is like, yeah, you have some more days. I try to avoid editing during certain days. For example, if I've edited 2 days in a row, I'm just gonna leave the third day. I'm not doing Monday to Friday right now, but if that works for you, then do your work Monday to Friday and only do Saturday if you haven't finished your tasks, because that way you'll be motivated to finish them so you can have 2 days of doing nothing. I feel like if you have a daily schedule, you feel more pressure to finish your task, whereas, as I said, a weekly schedule makes you feel like, yeah, I've got 4 more days or 3 more days or whatever, and it just makes you have more variety of tasks to choose from. If you're not feeling like doing a certain task on that day, you can just do another one, whereas with the daily schedules it's a bit too much fuss for me to like swap around the days. So yeah, that's just easier for me, but find what works for you. I still do feel like a schedule is useful because people tend to not notice the passing of time when they're at home, so you might end up overworking yourself and that's not healthy either. So just decide I'm gonna start at 9, finish at 5 or 6 and then not do anything for the rest of the night. The third way is make your house feel welcoming. You need to make your house feel comfortable, but not too comfortable so that you're slacking. You can use different smells or different types of light or like some ambient music or just anything like that. For me, I have incense sticks, I have candles, I have my window that I keep the curtains open so I can have as much light as possible before the sun goes down, because in the UK it's quite gloomy, so when you get a sunny day, that's amazing. I have music sometimes on my phone. I usually try to listen to like film soundtracks, like, or video game soundtracks, because that's what gets me going. Like, I have the Warcraft movie soundtrack, I have Dragon Age music, like this kind of things. Instrumentals make me more focused, because if I have a song with lyrics, I start singing the lyrics and I'm not focusing anymore on the task at hand. My fourth tip is to take a break. Do not push yourself. If you are at work in an office, you don't work all those hours without a break, so if you are at home, you shouldn't either. If you feel like I'm just gonna work without a break so I can finish as fast as possible, then you might find out that your work is gonna be lazy and half-assed. You don't want that. So I would advise obviously a lunch break and then maybe another break later on in the day if you feel like it. And my last tip, the fifth one, is to care about your health and listen to your body. So I'm quite nocturnal, so for me going to bed late and waking up late is not that big of a deal right now because I don't have any tasks that need doing in the morning. But I do find that sometimes I don't eat at the right time and I don't have like an eating routine, which is not great because I end up not eating anything properly for lunch. I don't eat breakfast, so for me lunch needs to be big, but sometimes I'm not hungry at lunch and then I end up eating a lot during the night, which we all know is not healthy. So for that, I'm gonna show you how we decided to spend our day by cooking and baking, because I feel like it's such a welcome relief to be able to just cook and relax. And I know I don't really do it, but English culture is very, very big on takeaway, and that is not healthy. So cooking is amazing. So we're cooking tacos. I hope that this has been a little bit useful. I know that some businesses are gonna be opening soon, or by the time this video goes live they might have already opened, but I know that some offices still prefer to work from home, and it's not just for the UK, this applies to everywhere. I do feel like we need to be prepared, and I do feel like even for the people who have already worked from home before the pandemic hit, this is kind of a useful video, so you don't get too much in your head about the work you have to do. If you like this, please thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, let me know in the comments if you have any idea for a future video. It can be commentary or lifestyle advice, this kind of style of video, because I like doing both of them. But sometimes commentary gets a bit dark, and I feel like something like this, more optimistic, is like a welcome change. Just let me know how you feel about it. Thank you so much for watching.